Hello, IPS family, students, staff, and community. I'm back today with a post-legislative session wrap-up for you. Last Friday, April 25th, marked the final day of Indiana's 2025 legislative session. And I've got to be honest, it was an incredibly rocky and difficult session as your superintendent. There were not one, but 4 bills this year that sought to forever change our district, including one that would have totally dismantled our public school system in Indianapolis, and another that would have taken away our ability to run our school transportation and manage our own facilities. We stopped these 2 bills thanks to your advocacy and support. So while this session was incredibly hard, in the midst of it all, I felt another emotion: pride. Pride for our IPS family, pride for the way we raised our voices to fight for one another, and pride for the way we told stories about what matters most. This legislative session, we saw something truly powerful: an unprecedented outpouring of public testimony, letters, phone calls, and presence at the State House from our students, staff, family members, and community partners. Time and time again, you showed up to make your voices heard, and it made a difference. Testifying in front of elected officials takes time, and I know it can be intimidating, but you did it because you love Indianapolis public schools. And so I mean it when I say no one comes together in the face of challenges the way we do here at IPS, and nothing can make me more proud to be your leader. IPS is home to incredible students like Dale, a Shortridge High School student who went before our General Assembly to fight for our funding. He said, quote, "IPS helped me in my educational journey, gave me availability for jobs and internships for the career I want. I would not be able to pursue college and my career ambitions if not for this. It is imperative that we invest and protect in our schools." Dale is exactly right. And because of him, and so many students, families, educators, and advocates like him, we were able to stop some of the worst legislation proposed this year. But more than that, we advocated for good bills that will also help our students thrive. For example, take House Bill 1499. IPS quietly led a critical effort alongside our Innovation Network partner in Aleesia Academy to ensure that state literacy policy better supports multilingual learners. And we were successful. Thanks to your advocacy and the deep expertise of our educators, House Bill 1499 includes meaningful, research-informed changes that support the real needs of our students. And so as I talk through the bill that did pass and the changes it will bring, I want you to keep one thing in mind. The General Assembly can never take away the heart of IPS, our people, our pride, our history, and most notably, the power of our community. That no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, or what makes you who you are, we use our voices again and again to send a message that IPS is a home where everyone is known, seen, loved, and learning. So staying true to who we are is going to be critical to what comes next. So let's talk about the bill that did pass and that the governor recently signed into law, Senate Bill 1. Marketed as a property tax relief bill, this legislation will significantly impact how public services across Indiana are funded, including public schools, cutting budgets at a time when we should be investing more in our students' academic recovery and growth. On top of shrinking the overall pie of revenue available to fund schools, this bill also includes an amendment pulled from Senate Bill 518, which shifts how property tax revenue is allocated, moving tens of millions of dollars from our district into charter schools. So in other words, not only does this bill shrink the overall pie of funding by decreasing revenue, it then creates a win-lose framework that incentivizes intense competition among schools over an even smaller funding pie. Our community worked tirelessly to stop this bill because we know there's no way we can move forward with such giant cuts to our budget without gut-wrenching decisions at IPS. I feel this to my core, especially as I reflect on the remarkable progress we've been making this year with new investments in our facilities and new academic, athletic, and extracurricular offerings through Rebuilding Stronger. But in this difficult moment, I want to make 2 things very clear. First, to our IPS families, you will come first in everything we do. We promise to work night and day to develop a plan that minimizes disruption and ensures your child is learning and doing so in a caring environment. We will communicate with you every step of the way, and we will continue to prioritize strategies that keep our newly expanded offerings available to all of our students. I also want to be very clear that we do not foresee any significant and immediate impact on individual school operations for the 25-26 year as a result of the passage of Senate Bill 1. We will vigorously pursue savings and cost reduction opportunities, but we will do so while keeping stability for our students and families at the forefront. Secondly, to our entire IPS community, we are going to take on this road ahead the way we always do, together. While we weren't able to stop this legislation, we were able to get more time to implement the required changes. And that's important because, as I've said repeatedly, massively reorienting resources demands time, transparency, and empathy, and a chance for everyone's voice to be heard. I'm so proud of the way this community has come together to make difficult choices in the past. And while I'm deeply concerned about the scale of change ahead, we will strive to engage our community deeply along the way. I want to use the time we have between now and 2028, when this revenue shift goes into effect, to engage with you, our community, along the way. The first step in this work is already underway with the formation of the Indianapolis Local Education Alliance, or ILEA, a collaborative body appointed by the IPS board president, the mayor, and myself. Through the ILEA, we have a powerful opportunity to ensure that local voices remain at the center of decisions about the future of our schools. We are now accepting nominations for this important group. To learn more about the process and how to nominate yourself or someone you know, please visit the IPS legislative landing page on our website and click on the ILEA nomination button. Per statute, as superintendent, I am able to select 2 parent representatives, and another representative will be selected by the IPS school board president. All nominations must be submitted through the online nomination form by Sunday, May 11th, to be considered. In addition, we're launching a district-wide transportation survey to help guide the ILEA's recommendations on improving transportation access to schools. That survey can also be found on our IPS website. I encourage you to nominate yourself or someone you trust for the ILEA, and to take a few minutes to share your perspective through our transportation survey. Now, this is a lot, and I'm sure you have questions. That's why the very first thing we want to do is to have a series of community town halls to go into more detail about the bills that passed this session, to get into some of the numbers and the analysis about what it all means, so we can all work from the same foundation as we decide what to do from here. So please stay tuned as we plan and organize those town hall meetings to occur before the first ILEA meeting in June. IPS is more than 150 years old. We have been here a long time as the pillar of this community, and we are going to be here for a long time to come. IPS is and will always be the gravitational center of education in this community. And by choosing IPS, you are choosing all the values we represent. And so if you're already an IPS family, I encourage you to keep choosing IPS, or if you aren't a current family, I invite you to seriously consider IPS for your child. There are amazing things happening in our schools every day, and we'd love for you to join us too. So you can go to our website and learn more about all we have to offer. As I said at the top, the most special thing about IPS has always been and always will be our people. And it's because of our people, our community, that I know we will not only get through this, but we will do it in a way that will serve our entire community well. So thank you, and I hope to see you at an upcoming town hall.